So I wanted to start talking a little bit about your fitness journey, and then we'll get on more on how it became your career. But when did you start with your fitness journey and all of that?
My fitness journey started as a kid just playing sports. I played all kinds of sports. My brother and I have played, basketball and soccer, which, is football to you, but basketball, soccer, volleyball, track and field, we were just always active. And I
Mhm.
played sports, I think, started in elementary school. So when I was probably 8, 9 years old and all the way up until college. I got a full scholarship to go to college to be on the track and field team as a high jumper.
Mm.
So exercise to me was never something like you said that I had felt like I had to do. It was something that I got to do as an athlete competing for my team. And so after college, I kind of had to figure out how to be a normal person with fitness and not an athlete for a school.
Yeah.
So I will admit there was a time there where I had to sit back and figure out what quote normal people did for fitness. And I knew, I was always running or playing or practicing or lifting. And now it's just like you don't have to. So what are you going to make out of this journey to where it's something you enjoy? And I just kind of kept the training style that I use or that I was given all through college as an athlete, where it's very powerful, it's very strength driven, it's very focused on the way that your body is moving instead of what your body looks like, which is, I think, what a lot of people kind of target other people and hold that idea over their head as trainers. I can make you look a certain way when I would rather make you feel a certain way so that along the journey of you getting to where you want your body to look, you're also feeling incredible and you're feeling stronger, which I believe transcends to who you are as a person outside of exercise. So for me,
Yeah.
it comes from sports, and I think I've maintained that mindset. And I think it's a lot of people have appreciated that I don't go into it for the best booty or for the best abs or for a flat tummy. It's very performance driven, and I want you to feel and think like this is positive. I'm doing something great for myself.
Yeah. And also, I feel like when it comes to people advertising it more as how you look, everybody is so different, and everybody I feel like is
Right.
its own world. So even if I do the same workout as you, it's not going to look the same on me as it will look on you or on the
Right.
next person. So I feel like advertising on that, at least it really sometimes triggered me to be like, okay, I have to do this ab workout every day and I'm going to look like her. And it was like,
Right.
there's no way in the world that I will ever look like her because my hips are this way and my shoulders are this way and there's no way that I would shift my bones to look like her, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. We just can't
Yeah.
do it. And especially as a track and field athlete, for track and field, there, unlike other sports, there are so many individual events. Like you have someone that's throwing a shot put, and you have someone that's sprinting, you have someone that's on a relay team and doing hurdles, and everyone that is the best in their event looks totally different. Like if you take someone that was throwing the heaviest 20-pound ball down a field, and then you look at someone who's sprinting as fast as they can, their bodies are so visually different, but they're
Yeah.
both incredible athletes. So
Yeah.
you really can't judge someone's body or you can't try to be someone else's body. You just have to be your best body and your best self, most importantly.
Yeah. And when you got out of college and you weren't like a more like a school athlete anymore, did you ever miss the sport that you were doing with school and all of that? Or did you learn to enjoy maybe gyms and going to the gym and doing more like training programs? Or did you still miss it maybe sometimes?
I definitely miss it. I miss training with my teammates. I think
Mm.
now I'm the one that provides the training to people, like I'm the coach instead of being the athlete. So I miss receiving someone training me and I miss being around my friends or, my teammates who felt like family to me. So I miss it a lot, but I try to bring what I loved about sports and fitness into who I am as a trainer so I can make other people feel that way.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like when it comes to school, you have this big, as you said, team feel. And when you get out of school, everything kind of changes, not only sports,
Yeah.
but everything just kind of you're alone in the world and it's more individual, your path, whenever you're going through. So it's like a big shift. And I'm really close to doing that shift. Like I'm graduating this December and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I know, it's such a great time. College was so amazing, and it prepares you for everything that'll be in your future. So you still have great times to come, but it's definitely a shift.
Yeah, Totally. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about how it became your career. So did you started posting on YouTube before and then you created a company, or how was the timeline with that?
So when I graduated college, I actually couldn't find a job with a major that I had. I majored in from university. I got my degree in child development and family studies, and I wanted to
Mm.
work in a hospital for children and being kind of an advocate for children and their families while the kids were in the hospital, just helping them get through procedures and helping their family understand what they were going through. And I just couldn't find a job. There were so few of the child life specialist that I wanted in the country. So I went back to nursing school actually and did my first year of nursing school and was off in between the summer before second year. And I was working at a nonprofit and they laid me off. I lost my job there. So I had to figure out what to do for money to put myself back through school. And my fiance Dustin had moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where we are now. And he had talked to a manager at a gym that he was working out at, and the manager mentioned how hard it was to find female personal trainers that were athletes, even harder. So he told him about me, and then I told him I lost my job, and he's like, "Well, you have a summer where you've got this whole time before school starts. Why don't you see if you can, just make some extra money with this?" So I moved to Charlotte and started personal training people in a gym. Didn't make hardly any money, but I fell in love with fitness and I fell in love with being the coach for people now. And as you can tell, I never went back to nursing school. I just kept hustling and sometimes I think people overuse the word hustling, but I kept exhausting all of my options, I think I should say, where I was
Mm.
working in this gym and then two other gyms and then a group fitness gym. And I was doing boot camps outside just to try and get clients. I didn't know anyone in the city, so I knew I had to get my face out there in order to
Yeah.
be a fitness trainer and also to be able to survive and make money. So I was working at, probably five gyms and doing free things all the time. And then it got to a point where I was doing so well with one of the group fitness gyms. I was just working there. And then that gym actually fired me for having these free boot camps in the park that they saw were getting bigger than
Wow.
their classes. So wasn't violating any rules, but I guess they
Mm.
viewed me as competition, and I was calling those boot camps the Royal Change boot camps. And I wanted to, just give something for free to let people come out on a Saturday, and I would bring
Yeah.
in companies from Charlotte that would sell T-shirts or something, and they could sponsor a giveaway. It was just a fun community thing, but the gym that I was working for viewed it as competition, so they actually fired me, and I
Wow.
kind of view that as my push to go out on my own. And so then I started personal training in person, renting space from my apartment complex gym,
Mm.
was doing that and then my for probably a year and then my brother passed away and in that moment I think anyone that's lost someone can agree with the idea that you kind of reevaluate your life and you kind of think,
Yeah.
what am I becoming? Who am I really? Am I reaching my full potential?
Mm.
And what kind of
What am I
legacy
doing?
am I leaving? Yeah, what am I doing with my life? And
Yeah.
so I was busy, but I wasn't necessarily working in a way that the business could grow and I could reach people outside of Charlotte. So him passing away forced me to think bigger. And that's when I started posting workouts to YouTube. And my fiance, Dustin, very close to my brother as well, obviously, and he left his accounting job to jump in with
Wow.
me. And he was the videographer and photographer, and we still had to work a lot outside of the YouTube videos to be able
Mm.
to afford where we filmed them. But slowly we were able to leave all of our other kind of freelance jobs, and that's where the YouTube channel kind of came to be. And then from there, that's where the merchandise has come, people just requesting it, and the membership, people just wanting more information around the workouts. So it's all very, I attribute it a lot to my brother and the strength that he had as a person. I try to pull that every day into who I am as a person too.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I feel like YouTube is like a bigger scale of those real changes boot camps that you do, because I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes fitness has this, you have to do it because you're paying for it, so you
Yeah.
have no excuses to know to go to the gym this day, and it puts like a heavy thing over its head, and you just go and you dread it because you're paying for it, you don't want to pay for it, and it's like a whole
Yeah.
thing. And when
Absolutely.
it's free, it's truly you choosing to go there just because you want to feel good that day, feel better mentally and all of that. And I feel like that's that you brought it to YouTube. I'm so thankful because I'm able to do them with YouTube. But
Yes.
I feel like it's like a bigger scale of those boot camps, and it kind of keeps its kind of like natural essence, like what it was
Yeah.
at the beginning. And I feel like it's really important that you continue it with that, and I really think it's really cool.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.